failed mission, a blinded master, and a Sith holocron. These were the ingredients that would lead Ezra Bridger down a dark path, but before he could open the Sith holocron to find a way to destroy the Sith, fate had given him a different path and a new friend. In this universe, this is where Ezra's message would bring the attention of another Jedi. This is where Ezra Bridger met F. F sensed the darkness inside of Ezra's heart and offers to continue the training he had with Kanan Jarrus in his place while he recovers. She also takes the holocron from Ezra, which made him mad, but F can sense the law of the dark side which corrupted her master, and will help Ezra overcome it before it destroys him too. It wasn't easy, but over time Ezra no longer needed to destroy the Sith, but merely to surpass them in the honor of all the Jedi and loved ones who had died by their hands, including Ahsoka Tano. Ezra's training was complete, but there was still one last test to see if he had truly abandoned his desire to destroy. Together with F, Kanan, Zeb, Sabine, Hera, Chopper, and the reformed Agent Kallus, the Rebel Alliance was informed of an Imperial occupation in Ilum. The coordinates were scrapped by the Empire, but should be easy to find, for a copy of its coordinates are found in Ezra's homeworld at Lothal, which was now heavily occupied with stormtroopers. With Darth Vader vanished, there could be no perfect opportunity to stop the Empire than this. They geared up, but tension rose when Kanan learns that Ezra had a Sith holocron and takes it away. But Ezra didn't need it, just like he didn't need Kanan. Oh, Ezra, how wrong you are. Meanwhile, with Darth Vader missing, the Empire was now under the full command of Grand Admiral Thrawn, who was told by director Orson Krennic of a mysterious crystal of unknown origin, embedded into Ilum's surface, that was far stronger than Kyber crystal. Knowing that it would serve greatly for the Emperor, failure to retrieve it was not an option. The rebels arrived on Lothal, and thanks to the intel given to them by the new Fulcrum, they were on their way to the archives to find Ilum's location. Kanan asks F on Ezra's training. She was only able to help him breathe and move better. The true healing, however, that honor belongs to his family, the rebel family he has made. The patrols of Imperials were unbelievable compared to last time, but with teamwork and a puffer pig stampede, the archives were theirs for the taking. Getting to Ilum's location wouldn't be as easy and would have its challenges. Thrawn knew they would try to find Ilum's location, so he set a squadron of death troopers to eliminate the rebels. After a brutal fight, Kanan was injured, causing Ezra to erupt and unleash a mighty force push. They got the coordinates, but the archives were ready to blow. The rebels got out just in time, and Ezra and Kanan made it up. But it was short-lived. When a fleet of Star Destroyers unleashed an aerial bombardment on Lothal, so that Ilum could never be found. They escaped, but at the cost of Kanan Jarrus. The crew of the Ghost was devastated. Ezra blames himself for what happened, but F, Hera, and everyone knew that whatever the Empire wants on Ilum was important. And if they don't stop them, millions would die or suffer. And Kanan, or rather, Caleb Doom, would agree with them. F tells Ezra that she taught him control and balance, but his true test was to let go of what he fears to lose. Impossible? Yes. But for Kanan, he would try. They arrived on Ilum, dug up of crystals by the Empire, now the site of a final battle. They soon ran into Orson Krennic and a mysterious purple crystal. It was no Kyber crystal, nor was it of this universe. but an anomaly that had descended from the stars, a weapon the Empire would use to break the world. If not for its destructive power which wiped out the entire fleet of ships at Krennic's command. During the battle, Ezra knew that if the crystal remains, it would destroy everything. And so when Krennic fell, our heroes retreated. But Ezra chose to stay behind and destroy the crystal, blowing up the planet and himself along with it. Back on the Ghost. The loss of both Kanan and Ezra was too great, but F believes that while Ezra would have continued to remain a warrior of the battlefield, but to save those he loved, he chose to die a hero. In the end, he let go what he feared to lose, and instead protected those who lived to see tomorrow. Though saddened, Ezra's sacrifice would not be in vain, and F stays with the Ghost crew to help them end the Galactic Civil War however she can. But that dark world-breaking crystal was only the beginning, as they would also do their best to quell the vile power and keep all of reality safe with the help of the Fulcrum, otherwise known as Galen Erso. It's time to get to work. No. Not done. Your story, it's not done yet, Ezra Bridger. Not by a long shot.